In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a professional WordPress website in just 20 minutes. And I promise you, you don't need to know anything about coding. This is super easy and almost for free. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen and go through the process with you. And in 20 minutes, you will have a website ready for new visitors. So let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we need is hosting. And in this video, I'm going to use hosting.com. This is also the company I use for most of my websites. So I'm going to show you here. All right, so here we got hosting.com. If you scroll down a little bit, then you'll see here that there is three options. There's the premium, the business, the cloud startup. And I would recommend you going with the business because you get a lot more things and you don't really have to pay much more. Here it's just $4 a month. You get a website, like a free domain, and a ton of other things. You can build 50 websites on this plan almost for free to do this. I'll choose here the business plan. All right, so when you get here, then it's gonna say 48 months as the suggested contract. You can do less if you want, but I would recommend 48 months since it is the better price. Also, what is important is that there's a thing here where you can add a promo code or a coupon code. And I've added one in the description so that you can get a little bit more discount. And who doesn't want a little bit more discount on top of this? Basically, you put that in and let's continue here. And when we get here, it might ask you to log in or create an account. What we can see here is that we have, you put in your billing information and then you just put in your credit card information and then that's pretty much it. Okay, so now we're in the dashboard and we are ready to get started. It should look something like this. It might ask you if you want to add your free domain. If not, just go to the domain settings and add that name. Because in this video, I'm just going to use a test domain. So what we do is that we go to website lists, add new, add website, and then we go here and we say add website. And here we see we can choose hosting a Horizon, WordPress, hosting a website builder, custom PHP, HTML website. But we're just gonna go with the WordPress because that's what this video is about, and that's also what I would choose in most of the cases. And then here it's gonna ask you for what kind of login you wanna have to your new website. So I already have my things here. All right, so now it's gonna ask you if you want to build a website with AI or a pre-built website and themes. And you can also choose create a blank site, but I would choose pre-built website and themes because I don't think really the AI thing in hosting works that well. So the better option is to choose a pre-built website and themes. So let's go ahead and choose that one. Right, so when you get in here, you can see there's a lot of different types of templates. So if you're planning to make a blog, well, then you can go here and you can see some examples of templates. And here I think it's important to look at not only just the photos you see, but also like the structure. Is this how you see your content being listed? Yeah, just more like not so much being focused on, oh, this is a nice photo, because you still need to find your own content. More about, do you think that this structure is good for whatever you're gonna do? On the other hand, if you wanted to do more like a static website, like a business website, well, then you can go here to business, and then you can see there's one here for restaurants. I'm just gonna do this first one here. We might change afterwards, but just to choose one, the first here under the blogs. So I take this one. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I guess it's good if you wanna make some content about, this is like Mac or I don't know. This is about like newest laptops or whatever thing. So let's just go ahead and choose this one. And then it's gonna ask for some different plugins. And I think the best thing here really is just to leave it for now. You can always install these things later. The important ones here is that you can choose the email marketing with Omnisend. It's like for newsletters and all. And then there's all-in-one SEO. You can use this one, but there's also another one that we can install after. Then there's VP forms, which is for if people have an inquiry and they want to send a message. And so that can also be good to have. And then there's the Google Sidekick, and this is just kind of having the analytics, Google Analytics, inside of, or also the Search Console, have that inside your website, and it can be nice to have. So let's just go ahead with this, and then it's gonna ask you what domain you want. And then if you haven't bought your domain, then you can do it now, or you can just go down here and say use temporary domain. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, and we're just gonna wait, and then, all right, so now we just got in. And maybe at first it feels a little confusing and all, but basically here is just how the website look inside the dashboard or where you can edit. So if we go up here, this thing, the small laptop icon, we can check out how the website looks for the visitors. So let's do that. Preview in new tab. And then you can see you got a website here tech wire and with a lot of content. And I think it can be good to have some of this demo content just for inspiration of, because if you just have an empty website, sometimes it can be more difficult. So it can be good to be inspired. All right, so yeah, you can see here the website, and then let's go back to the dashboard. All right, so the first thing I do is that I go into the dashboard and then I choose plugins. And then here I can see the different plugins that is installed. It can be good just to get an overview. Maybe some of them you don't need, or maybe you need to add some new ones. Generally, I think you have a good setup with this. One thing you could consider is to install the Yoast SEO, but you have here the all-in-one SEO, which is also a good option. But in general, it's really important to have a good setup for your SEO. Also, one thing that is important to do is to go to settings and then this permalinks. If we go here, it's important that it is at this post name. And the reason for this is because when you make a new post, when you put in the title, it's going to show also the title and the URL. And that's super important for Google, that you don't just have like some numbers or whatever other thing. So it has to be relevant. So that's also an important thing. If it turns out you don't like the theme you have and you want to change, then you just go here to themes. You can see here now this is the one that's installed, and you can customize a lot of things. But let's say you want to try another one. One that I use a lot that I think is great is Cadence. So let's try to install this one now. So let's just try here to activate it. All right, so now this one is installed. So let's again try to go here and check the website. All right, so now you can see it still looks good. There's maybe some problems because yeah, you need to do a bit of settings. So the next thing is maybe you want to make some pages. It can be about us, do some first post or whatever. And then what is important here is that you go to pages, and then here you can see there's about, contact, home, podcast, and some other things. And if you want to create a new one, then you just go up here and say add page. But you can also just go and add, for example, the one that was in this template. So let's go and check this one out. Just over here and see if that looks good. So you can see this looks pretty cool. There's some cool details. Of course, you need to change some of these photos, well, all of these photos, but it looks nice. So if you wanted to change this page, you just go to edit page. Then you can just go ahead here and just change the text and say, I'm Christopher, and this is the About Us page, or whatever. And then we save it. And then we can go here again, see the website. So then we go here, and then you can see here now it's changed. And you can do the same with all these pages, and you can do also different ways. You can go here to gadgets. Let's see, this is the category, and then you can see here there's some posts that is put in. But basically, let's say we wanted to do a new blog post. Then here you can see we have all these posts, and yeah, these you probably have to delete sooner or later. But it can actually be good maybe to keep them just for inspiration. If you find them, if you feel they're like nice blog posts. You can check this first one here, 6 bucks that delivers. So there's a nice photo, there's categories put in here, there's some structure, and here there's related posts and all. But yeah, we can also just do a new one. So then we just go here, add post, and then we just say my first blog post, and then hey, I'm Christopher, and this is my first blog post. And then you can go here and set featured image if you want. And you can see here, there's already some here from the theme. You can also search images. So you can just find new images. You can search like, what should I say, photo, or like businessman. So let's do that. Okay, so we got this guy here. Let's say that's me. And then it's just gonna think for a sec. So then we got that as the featured image. And then let's say, oh wait, we just need here to maybe add a category. So let's just see, we just take this one, apps. All right, publish. And then just go here to desktop. Oh, fuck. Then we just go here, my first blog post, and check it out. And then you can see here it is basically. And also again, if I go here and now we put in the category apps, so then it's here together with a lot of other blog. The next thing that is good to know is that you have this one here called customize, and this is basically you customizing different things on the website. So that could be maybe you want to change the logo, maybe you want to change some of the things here in the sidebar. So let's try that, customize. All right, so here you can see we have the header. We can go in here and change the logo if we want. We can take, let's go back here. We can take, there's like homepage settings, the menus. So let's say we want to change the menus here. We can see here how it works. It's that category that I put in. So we could add a new category or a new page or whatever that we can just do here. So really there's like, it's super easy. You don't need any coding. You just play with these things. That's pretty much it. So choose a hosting plan and then build a website and maybe choose a domain right now if you want. And then I recommend doing the install with the template and then adjust that template or try some other templates and see what works for you. And then you can easily change the menu, the different posts, and you can try to install some plugins if that's what you want. You can easily change the side menu. You can do almost anything yourself with no coding or anything. Also, if you wanted to sell products, virtual or physical, you can install WooCommerce on WordPress. So there's so many options and you don't need to be any nerd or expert in this. It's just super easy. And of course, the next thing is if you need to make a lot of content, then you have ChatGPT or any of the other ones where you can generate a lot of great content. You don't have to write all of it yourself. That's my takeaway from this. Again, remember to use my code at Hostinger if you plan to use Hostinger. Of course, there's other providers, but I think Hostinger.com really is the best one. So I hope you found this video useful, and feel free to drop some questions or comments, and also it would be a big help if you hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.